establish house rules, but at the same time you create the conditions that make the rules easier to follow. Okay? Setting limits and providing structure implies knowing when to say yes and when to say no. Again, you have to know you have to know exactly what you want to say, and this is important between wives and husbands to agree on this. What are the things that we're going to say no, and what are the things we're going to allow? So in order for us to get a good structure at home or have good limits, we have to know what are the limits ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're supposed to tell them, how you will make it up as you go. That is a very confusing thing for the children. Limit setting teaches a child a valuable lesson of life, of course, that the world is full of yeses and nos. Because if you don't tell them no at all or set limits, they will think that anything they will do or anything they want, they can get. But they will be very frustrated people when they grow up. And of course, you have to balance your yeses and nos and try to have more yeses than nos as a rule. How to have more yeses than nos? By agreeing beforehand on the rules. If you agree before that they cannot do this and this and this, they will not ask you because they know it's a no because you agreed on it. But if you don't tell them anything beforehand, they will try. Can we go out? No. Can we watch TV, Mom? No. Can we go to the sleepover? No. We agreed already on all this stuff. If we agreed on it, they will not keep asking the same thing. They will test your limits every now and then. And that's something they will do. They will test the limits. But if your limits are very stable, all right, and they're not elastic, they will stop testing because they will know, yeah, tried, it's okay. That time you will say no, okay? But if you agree from before the limits, these are our limits, these are our rules, then it will spare you a lot of no's, okay? If you have a very young kid, very young child, use the distraction technique, distraction and diversion. Instead of saying no, no, don't do this, don't do this. Instead of doing this, distract them, get them to do something else. And it's better than this no. And the first thing kids learn when they speak is what? No. Because we tell them no all the time. Another thing is shape. Don't control your child's behavior. Shape. Shaping is different than controlling everything. You want to, it's like the shepherd example. The shepherd is just shaping, you know, but he's not putting them in a car or a truck and driving them around, okay? No, he's leaving them freely to do whatever they want, but when they go out of the limit, they just shape them. They redirect them. So shape, instead of completely controlling them, you give them the freedom. When they go out of the limits or start to do something that you don't like, you redirect them, okay? How to shape? We use when-then technique. When you do this, you can do that. So instead of saying, go and get your, don't watch TV and go and do this. Instead of saying that, you can say, when you pick up your toys, Now you can watch TV. So when, then you can do. You can praise also. Praising shapes behavior very well. And unfortunately, also in our culture, praise is very, very limited. For example, a child is doing something that everybody can do, normal. But for him or her, this is something new. Then you praise. You praise you comment and encourage on the good behaviors. So when you praise the good behaviors will grow, and the bad behaviors will become less. So praise appropriately is another way to shape behavior. Give reminders. You give a lot of reminders. Again, we need all of us need a lot of reminders. And if you're in a job or work, how many reminders you get? How many retraining or in-services you get? We get it all the time. So for your kids, you have to remind them frequently about what we agreed on. And of course, you give consequences like we talked about. This is another way to shape their behavior. We talked about time out last time. Now, how to use encouragement effectively. And this is also another extremely important skill that you need to know as a parent and as a counselor, how to teach parents to encourage. We talked about communication, very important. Encouragement is one of the most important skills that adults can learn to help children. Misbehaving child, a lot of times, they are discouraged kids. A lot of times. Encouraging is providing the child the skills to develop the perception that I am capable and I can contribute. Okay, so the end result or the goal of encouragement is not good boy, good job. That's not what we mean by encouragement. Encouragement is anything that you do in parenting that will build this child's self-esteem, make them think and believe in themselves that they are capable and they can contribute to society and to the family. So it's a very big, wide concept. It's not just encouraging like praising. Praising can be one of the ways to encourage, but there's so many different other ways. One of the sayings is children need encouragement just as a plant needs water, they cannot survive without it. And this is absolutely true. And this applies also to adults. Encouragement. Without encouragement, kids die psychologically, actually, or they wither away psychologically, and they never grow or never thrive. It's like water to the plant. Encouragement is not easy because it is normal for adults to get hooked into the reaction, into reacting to the misbehavior in negative ways. They think punishment motivates children to improve behavior. Again, we're going to go back. Most of the time, and think about it, by far, what encourages or motivates good behavior is positive encouragement or positive consequences or encouragement in general. And think about it, even in your job, what motivates you the most? A boss who keeps yelling at you all the time, or a job who keeps telling you you are doing good, I trust you, I'm proud of you, I want to be, I'm giving you more responsibility, giving you money, incentives, raise, okay? But so most of us do better with encouragement and with positive consequences. But a lot of times adults, unfortunately, will focus on the negative and the punishment, thinking that this is the best way to motivate the children. And try it at home with your kids, and see how when you encourage and when you empower them, they will do much better than you punish them.